Seems pretty much fluctuative on that matter, but to discuss more about the prospects of the crypto industry and also this year's trade outlook in Indonesia, joining us in our studio is Indonesian Vice Minister of Trade, Mr. Jerry Sambuaga. Mr. Sambuaga, thank you so much for coming to the studio.
Thank you.
Again, and welcome back.
Thank you.
To discuss more about the crypto, including Bitcoin, has been a bullish run, like I said before, with Bitcoin hitting a record high last Tuesday. Now, how do you see this improving the global sentiment over crypto? And also, how do you see this impacting the industry in Indonesia?
Yeah, I think that Indonesia's crypto prospect, I'm quite convinced that we'll be facing an increase this year, despite that we're having a decrease in 2023, 2022. But I guess a lot of things contributing to this development of crypto, to the significance of crypto as assets, just like you said. Crypto in Indonesia is defined and it is treated as commodities. So therefore, it is under the Ministry of Trade up until now. And you know that we've been having a lot of positive situation, and development as well since 2022. Yeah. So that's why I think Bapepti currently at the moment is not only managing and supervising all the regulations and policies, but also together along with the exchange, the centralized exchange that was established in July 2023. So right now, as you can see from the media, that Bapepti and also the exchange are working together so that all the regulations and all the policies can be integrated, right? And one of the priorities of our intention is that to have the consumer protection. This is very important.
Yeah.
Why? Because as you know that nowadays it's very easy, to, let's say, misuse, the advance of technology over others, and you know that this kind of situation is quite dangerous if we do not enforce regulations over consumers. So that's why with the establishment of the exchange and also Bapepti working together, I think it will create a positive message to the business, to the industry. And you know that not only the transactions, but also the products. For example, nowadays we're having a lot of traders that have been approved by Bapepti. In order to be approved, in order to get the approval from Bapepti, they are required a lot of, let's say, not only prerequisites, but also lots of, let's say, substantial requirements. For example, from the inject of capital that they need to offer, also from the financial capital flow, and also from the entity itself, whether or not that the company already got the status or legality or approval from the other institutions, things like that. So this is the things that we are doing. Why? Because we want to make sure that all traders can participate quite well, but also we want to make sure that all the consumers, all the investors, they are trying to get or trying to purchase crypto tokens, or let's say all the products, can have a very peace of mind and themselves so that they can actually legally purchase and legally buy.
That is actually very important because you know how volatile crypto is.
Exactly.
Yes,
exactly.
And also this actually shown how the state, the country, is actually also protecting the citizens when it comes to trading crypto. And also, despite the volatility, sir, the number of crypto investors in Indonesia rose substantially, right, in 2023. But also, as we heard before, the transaction value was 51% less in 2022. Do you see this crypto transaction improving this year? Because we know that there is actually an event once in 4 years when it comes to crypto, and also how do you see this improving in public?
Yes, you're right. If we take a look back then, in 2021, I remember that the crypto transaction annually, it hit a record, the highest one it was 859.9 trillion rupiah. December 2021 at the time. And 2022, a little bit decreased. 2023 also decreased. But I have to tell you why at the time in 2021 it hit a very high record.
Please enlighten us, sir.
First, because at the time, if you still remember correctly, pandemic was still high.
True.
Right? COVID-19 was there.
Yeah.
And then a lot of, majority of our citizens, including the younger generations, they regularly stay at home. Right? They reduce their outside activities.
Yes.
They are putting down their laptops and then they're working from their house, from their home, and then they are having a lot of, let's say, engagement, with the online community,
sure.
right? Digitally, and of course, not only digitally, but socially, socially online, right? So that's why, at the time, I still remember that younger generation try to, let's say, figure out a way how to make money, right? How to have such a good investment.
Relatable.
Relatable, right? At the time, thank God, right? International world, right? The image of crypto was still, wow, this is something that is quite interesting, quite amusing as well at the same time, right?
It was actually a new thing as well.
Exactly, that's why, and the hype was there, the vibe was there, and then that's why our younger generation started to look, investing on these kind of things. That's number one.
Okay.
Number two, because we also realized that during that time, the COVID-19 in 2021, lots of investors, not only investors, but also lots of traders, they are looking into new opportunities because they are seeing that crypto as commodities in Indonesia that have been managed by Bapepti, that have been regulated by Bapepti, are actually entering into a new phase where as government, Ministry of Trade, is opening up the access to them, as long as they are fulfilling the requirements. Right? So that's why we encourage them, regulators, okay, if you want to become, let's say, traders in crypto industry, you just can come to this business, but you have to comply with regulations. And we are making this accessible to them. So these two factors, the COVID-19 and then the consumers and the younger generation staying at home, doing their works at laptop inside from their house, and also the second, the regulations, they are quite accessible, managed, and successfully made by Bapepti, are encouraging at the time all the traders to become legal traders for crypto industry. So these two are very significant, very impactful, and as you know, the transaction hit high, 859.9 trillion rupiah by December 2022. And I still remember that at the time, the crypto users or investor, I think it was less than 6 million. Now it's what, 18.5?
Yes, 18.5 million.
So if you are asking me, how is it going to be in 2024? Despite the decline in 2022, 2023, I'm quite optimistic. Why? Because again, we already established a very common ground, a very good foundation for crypto traders, for consumers, and also the crypto exchange that we are just establishing in July 2023.
Now, looking at the all the access that has been given by the government and also a lot of positive sentiments from the public itself, how much can crypto industry contribute to Indonesia's GDP in the future and also economy, especially digital economy?
I think it's a very interesting question. Why? Because this is where government comes in. Right? Because we also notice that crypto is not only interesting in terms of commodities, as commodities, but also can contribute to our economy, can contribute to our trade. Why am I saying this? Because the Ministry of Finance, right, they already applied the income tax and then the value-added tax, 0.1% and 0.11%, right? It's a matter of number, right? You can see how much that our country is receiving income from the trade trader of crypto transactions in Indonesia, right? And then second, not only income tax, not only value-added tax, but if we take a look at the products carefully, right? I think right now we're having more than 1,500 tokens that are approved by Bapepti and that are also legalized by Bapepti in Indonesia. But I think less than 10% out of the token products, they are local made in Indonesia.
Less than 10%?
Less than 10%. Okay. Even it's still a small number.
Yeah.
Right? But Indonesian people, especially younger generation, they're starting, to explore this kind of possibilities by creating local tokens, creating local products, in this case, crypto products, right? So that's why this second factor is actually very important for our trade, for our economy, because if you can successfully create a local token, meaning what? Of course, not only you are contributing to the local tax or the income tax or the value-added tax, but also you can sell the brand, right? You can promote your brand, local products made in Indonesia 100% worldwide. So we are proud to say, let's say, if one local token product is purchased by someone in the United States, someone in Europe, someone in Africa, someone in Australia. If we buy Bitcoin, if we buy Ethereum, it's just regular, right? Okay, it's not something that's new.
Okay.
But if Australian citizens, right, American citizens, they're beginning to know and they're beginning to understand, oh, there is a local product from Indonesia made in Indonesia 100%, it's called XYZ, just for example, and then they are willing to buy it. It's actually what? It's actually part of our export income. So this is how we take a look at it, how we think out of the box, right? Not only receiving income tax, value-added tax, but also we can utilize, we can monetize, capitalize local products, crypto products, tokens made in Indonesia 100% to be promoted worldwide.
Wow, this got even more interesting. So aside of those crypto coins that you might have had right now, Doge or Shiba or whatever, you can actually enrich your portfolio by buying some local tokens. So, okay, let's take another break. But after that, we'll have more discussion with the Vice Minister of Trade. So stay here on the See Today Business.